J.K. Rowling sends crate of champagne to Nicola Sturgeon heckler. Alexandra Darroch shouted, "Shame on you," at the First Minister, accusing her of allowing pedos, sex offenders and rapists to self-ID. Is this going to result in J.K. Rowling being once again lambasted as a transphobic, militant, reactionary zealot? I think we all know the answer to that one. Right, I haven't talked about J.K. Rowling at all. In fact, I don't think I've made a single video about her. That's because when it comes to annoying left-wing women, me again Mardy arse has took up all my interest for the last 2 years. I love having a pop. That yo-yo knickered sack of rats has been up on more pipes than the Mario Brothers, so I never get tired of slagging her off. But J.K. Rowling's an interesting one, because people that aren't in the know may think that J.K. Rowling is a conservative or is right-wing in some way, and let me tell you, J.K. Rowling, as long as I've been aware of the woman, has been an insufferably smug, woke left-wing twat. So it's a bit weird that everyone's having a pop at her now. I think the tide may just be turning, but the people that run the world won't listen. Well, they do not care. They are the new religious zealots. So they'll just throw J.K. Rowling on the trash heap like everybody else. But let's read the story and see if she's actually being racist, fascist, homophobe. J.K. Rowling sent a crate of champagne to a feminist protester who heckled Nicola Sturgeon at a charity event where attendees had been told not to discuss the definition of a woman. Yeah, because it's complicated now, isn't it? It's complicated. That's why people now, the NHS doctors hold out the baby when you've just given birth in the state-funded hospitals and say things like, "I don't know whether it's a boy or a girl, but it's got a cock." Alexandra Darroch shouted "shame on you" at the First Minister while she gave a speech on tackling male violence and accused the fascist SNP leader of allowing paedophiles, sex offenders and rapists to self-ID in Scotland. Listen, this is very, very simple. By definition, would a predator be willing to lie in order to predator better? Think of that. By definition, a predator will do things that allow it to be a better predator. You're not dealing with the most moral, decent, upstanding people in society. By definition, a predator will lie, cheat, steal, backstab, anything in order to better snaffle their prey. So nobody's being bigoted, nobody's being transphobic, nobody's being anti-anything. They are simply pointing out, if you stop having quality control, like we had in the 1990s, where people would say, "Oh, you know Sarah, you know, she's trans, but she's harmless," and because Sarah'd have had her tits done, and she'd always have nice makeup and be wearing a flowery dress. At least back in the 90s, they used to put some effort in. Nowadays, you can literally just look like me and go, "Woman and I," and they have to go, yeah, of course you are. And if that's the case, how do you stop predators from going into women's only spaces? Answers on a postcard, you obnoxious poison dwarf, little commie, Jimmy cranky looking twat. After footage of Mr. Rock's diatribe at the Zero Tolerance conference in Edinburgh went viral, the Harry Potter author wrote on Twitter, "If nobody yet sent that heckler a crate of whatever her favourite tipple is, do please send me her details." And obviously this caused the world to end. Mrs. Rowling went on to be the top trending topic on Twitter for a couple of hours, and of course the commie dogs in the chat were all picking on the woman. It's a sad state of affairs when bootnecks have to defend lifelong lefty billionaires, but let me just lay my cards on the table. Nobody's being anti-anything. J.K. Rowling's been a lefty wet liberal for 25 years. Look in the mirror before you start hurling genuinely misogynistic abuse, calling her all kinds of names, telling her you hope she gets raped to death by 20 Somalian pirates, and then with a straight face tell me that you are the tolerant one. You aren't. You're mentally ill, and your entire ideology makes about as much sense as pissed Diane Abbott. Let me know what you think. If anyone can point me at anything transphobic that J.K. Rowling's ever actually said, ever, I implore you to try and make a liar out of me. Because I read the papers every day, and in the last 20 years, I don't think she's ever been anything other than a woke wet lefty. So please, have at it. I dare you to try and prove me wrong. Thanks for watching, ladies and gents. That'll do you for the day. I'll be back for a live stream Saturday. I think it's my next day off. So I'll see you on Saturday. Toodle pip. Like it and share it for all the fucking good it does when Susan's got me by the short and curlies. But do it anyway. It can't hurt, can it? Thanks for watching. See you all very soon. Toodle pip.